Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. So, hey, I am back. It's been a good month of no recording from me, but I hope that for those of you who have missed me over the last few weeks, that you have checked me out on some of the other places where I was featured. I've been on Podcast Happy Hour, which I'll talk about in a minute. I have been on 12 Cows podcast, which was awesome. I finally got a chance to listen to it on my way home from Vegas, which I will talk about in a minute. But also, first, I need to put a little bit of a disclaimer out because if you saw the cover art and you know what today is, um I decided that I wanted to talk about my beloved organization, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, because, it's Founders Day and it's the 99th Founders Day. Like, it is about to be the year of the poodle. So, every like this is going to be hashtagged, and I know there's going to be sorors that see this, and probably some additional sorors that are going to actually listen to this episode. So, or anybody else like that's coming to listen to this episode, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the episode. I just have a few disclaimers. I tend to not really talk about sorority life or Greek life on here at all. I have my reasons for doing that, but also I cuss a lot. Okay, like I cuss a lot. I have some different, I have some different views that probably don't sit well with everybody. And you know what? This is my podcast. This is my platform, and I'm pretty much gonna say and do what I want to say and do on here. So I'll probably be cussing. Actually, I'm definitely gonna be cussing. It's probably gonna get a little bit ratchet. But when I get into what I'm gonna talk about the actual sorority, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pan right on out. Everything gonna be just fine. Ain't gonna be no situations had. Okay. If you have any questions, concerns, issues, whatever, you can hit me up. We can talk about it. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with anybody. So now that we got, and my views, may just be a little bit different than, the organization's views on my own personal stuff. So, got that out the way. Boom. It's been a few weeks since I have recorded, and that's primarily because, first of all, I went to Vegas for the first time. I was invited to go to Vegas many months ago by J Boog of Jay's Quick 3. And, we didn't even really know that we were going to go until probably like a month before, right? We were still watching the numbers, the COVID numbers, and there were issues with the airlines and just all types of stuff. But made it to Vegas. If you've seen my Instagram, you know that I truly believe I met my ancestors face to face, all of them, every single one of them. And because, like, yeah, I had a great time. So shout out to J Boog, and shout out to Chris for from Shenanigans with Friends, who welcomed us with open arms, and literally, drove us around Vegas, showing us things, took us to the magic rocks, whatever the hell that they're called. I can't even remember, but it was amazing. I cannot wait to go back to Vegas. The weather was perfect. Like, literally, I can say, because of course I was a little concerned again, because I didn't really want my first time in Vegas to be during the pandemic. Um, but now that we are kind of on the decline, with the cases and all that stuff, I didn't want to have to go to Vegas and wear a mask, but I did. And everything turned out fine. Like we had a great time. We stayed at the Flamingo on the Strip. And yeah, it was amazing. Like I broke even because as y'all can see, I'm not like rich or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go and hit big like I was really hoping to. But I had a good, I haven't been to a casino in so very long. So I was happy to be around like 80,000 casinos, what it felt like. I don't know how many casinos we went in. And like on the very first day, so and I guess this is counting from about what 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when I woke up that day all the way through midnight Vegas time. uh I had like 27,000 steps. Like no, and I'm not even playing. Like it was 27,000 steps counted on my fitness tracker. So feet was hurting. I was tired. We were tired. We got some good sleep, got up the next day and got back to it. And again, we had a great time. Thanks, Jay, for reaching out, seeing if I wanted to meet you out there. And again, thanks to Chris. And we got some good drinks. The green was in the air, got some good green. Like, I mean, everything was everything. So shout out to y'all and shout out to Vegas. Um, if you missed the podcast happy hour, the Halloween edition, please, 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 and pretty please go to my YouTube channel or to Tamara to the Break of Dawn's YouTube channel because that's where it aired, but it should be on a playlist on my YouTube channel. This is not one that you need to listen to. This is one that you need to watch. Like we had a whole costume reveal and it was super lit. Like it was just like it was amazing. We had a great time, a great evening. Shout out to my homegirls. Again, podcast happy hour. Audrey from All Tales Pod, Jay from Jay's Quick 3, Tamara from Tamara to the Break of Dawn podcast, Chris from Shenanigans with Friends, and me, Autumn from the Lit Life podcast. So hope y'all go and check that out. Also real quick, let me just talk about football real quick because um it's been a couple of years since I have really been this emotionally invested in football, right? Y'all know I love football. Like football is my favorite sport. Y'all know I used to play football. If you are a listener that's been with me for a while, did a whole episode about playing football, and y'all know my college teams, the Ohio State University and University of Toledo, and my NFL team is the Dallas Cowboys. So football has been very, very, very interesting this season. I'm talking from all like aspects, like all the different teams. We're seeing so many things that I don't think we thought we would see. And it's just been very, 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 very exciting. So I've been invested. Like I've been watching games that none of that my teams aren't even playing in, because it's just been some very good football. So I hope you guys are enjoying football the way that I am. I'm telling y'all right now, like this weekend is gonna be a stressful one for me. You know what I'm saying? Like Ohio State is playing Purdue. um I like, Ohio State is playing Purdue, and then next week they're playing Michigan State, and then the next week we play them other niggas up north. So it's gonna be a little stressful for me these next few Saturdays. So I just hope, for those of y'all that follow me on Twitter, I hope that y'all are ready for me and these tweets, because y'all know how I get. And the Dallas Cowboys, the Cowboys of Dallas, have really been doing a great job this season. And you never really know what to expect from them niggas. So you know, 1 minute we're like winning and we're like winning, like we're like really pulling these wins out. And then the next minute we're like getting beat by what, like 20 something, like three or four scores. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but we play the Falcons this weekend and I need for them not to embarrass me in front of these white folks. So that's that on that. I hope that y'all are also enjoying football. And one other thing, because I know that Greg, my trainer, is going to hear this. So I need to let you know that once again, the University of Toledo went on ahead and wiped up Bowling Green State University in the Battle of I-75. So just wanted to make sure that I put that out there. I will pat us on the back and we'll see you guys again next year. One other update that I had, or the last update that I had before I actually get into the show is, so I don't know, I can't even remember if I've actually tweeted about this, but I have been kind of moonlighting with my podcast on an on an app called and I'm laughing because it's just funny. On an app called Tagged. Now, y'all know, if you're a fan of the show, if you've listened to this show, I have talked about Tagged. I have talked about the website Tagged since I started this podcast, right? Like, because like my hobo chronicles, all of my hobo chronicles come from people that I met on Tagged. Now, real quick, Tagged is I always explain it back in it. Let me start over. I had a profile on Tagged way back in like 05, 06, something like that, when the website first became a thing. And it was like a cross between um MySpace and Black Planet, right? It was like people who just kind of like fell out from those two, and then now you have this one, right? I mean, and I had a profile on all three, okay? But you know what I'm saying, like it's a little bit different of a vibe on Tag. I'm gonna get into it. Like I do believe I'm actually going to like record a whole episode about this. But a young lady who has a podcast was tweeting about Tagged and said that they have this live feature. So I decided to download the app and create an account on Tagged, which I did this like probably way earlier in the year. And they do have this live feature. Now, it's more of a um like it used to be more of a like a a regular social media type of thing, like again like a MySpace or a Black Planet, but it has turned into way more of a dating site now. So it's definitely a dating site, but I do have on my profile that like I'm not really there to like date or look to date anyone or, anything like that. I decided about a month ago that I was going to stream on there part-time, and on maybe certain days of the week I would go live and have like a topic or whatever what have you. And so that's what I've been doing. It hasn't taken away from my ability to record the podcast, because I know y'all like, oh, so you just was over there, but you couldn't record no podcast. That's not really true. I can hit the button on there and I sit there until people come in and we talk. I mean, it's basically all it is. So I am planning to kind of have like some exclusive content from there that I will probably record and maybe put on YouTube. And honestly, I might just be talking shit right now because I really don't know what I want to do over there. But I do want to shout out the people from Tagged that tuned into Podcast Happy Hour and who have been listening to my podcast. Like, I really appreciate y'all. And there's actually even a couple of people that I've met on Tagged that I plan to interview or plan to just have as a guest on the Lit Life podcast. And so that'll be Liddy. More to come on that. But yeah, I've been branching out, and it's been a cool little ordeal, aside from the weird shit. But whatever. Again, I'll get into that another day. Now, let's go ahead and really for real get into the show. Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga. All right. It is everybody's favorite part of the show, right? The Shut the Fuck Up Awards again. Sorors, whoever else decides to listen to this, I already told y'all like 10 minutes ago that I be on here cussing a lot and like be going in. So y'all just got to deal with it for this moment. You know what I'm saying? The Shut the Fuck Up Award is everybody's favorite part of the show. It is the moment that you get, or that I get actually, or whoever else is on the show, get to tell somebody, something, some movement, some group, record label, motherfucking crew, whoever, to shut the fuck up. I don't care who it is. But this is the time to do that. So today I have come back to I had a couple, but I think I'm just going to stick with this one. So there was a tweet, of course, right? Because there's always a tweet. There was a tweet of a married couple, Black couple. And they had like a short video. I don't know, it was maybe a minute long, maybe even less. And the caption, I had it up here. What I do with it? The caption says, "Some people eat wedding cake. We smoke it." So they're talking about the wedding cake strain of weed, of the reefer, of cannabis, of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're talking about. What y'all call it? Um, lefty, the lefty cigarette, whatever it is, whatever y'all want to call it. This is what they're talking about. So I tweeted, I quote tweeted, and it said, "Lord, it's me again. Also, please let me hit the number." So basically saying, I would love, I mean, it would be awesome because y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I get down. If I met somebody that I could like really vibe with and compatible with and would be interested in smoking wedding cake as opposed to eating it. Now, you can smoke the wedding cake and then eat the wedding cake. I mean, that's just how that's supposed to go. But the Shut the Fuck Up Award goes to somebody who quote tweeted this and said something on the lines of, well, I don't smoke, or okay, well, I don't smoke weed, or something like that. Bro, the fact that nobody asked you, like, I cannot, like, why do people do that? Why? Like, you literally could, this had nothing to do with you. This particular tweet regarding this couple who decided to share a blunt in this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not your jam, that's not your jam. Okay, we cool. And I know, again, everybody is free to tweet and say and reply and do whatever they want. I just don't understand why you would reply to something like this when it doesn't apply to you. Understand what I'm saying? Like, can we please get away from commenting or offering up information on shit that does not have anything to do with you? If you don't, if this is not your jam, if this is not what you're doing, why the fuck are you on the tweet? Like, I just don't, it just makes me so, like, I ain't gonna say it makes me mad or angry, but it just really, like, I just be irritated. Like, bro, like, nobody fucking asked you this. So my Shut the Fuck Up Award goes to him and people like him. just keep scrolling. It's real easy. It should be easy to just keep on strolling, like strolling, scrolling. So yeah. So anyway, that's my shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Listen, again, I do not speak about um the organizations, the Greek letter organizations that I am a part of frequently on this platform. You guys know I'm a member of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, which is a sorority that was founded in 1943 in Detroit. Um, and it is a sorority for business and professional women. And I became a member of that organization in 2008. But you also know that I am a member of the one and only Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And today is our 9-9. You understand what I'm saying? Like today is Founders Day. It is our 99th Founders Day. It is almost the year of the poodle. Do y'all understand me? Like, I cannot believe that 2022 is like a little over a month away. Like, I cannot believe that I am going to be able to celebrate 100 years of this magnificent organization. And I just wanted to show my love and some facts and maybe even a couple of fun facts or funny facts maybe to you guys about my organization and how it has literally helped me to live my dreams. Like this is the Living Your Dream series, and I was sitting and thinking before I started recording, like trying to think of another like living your dreams topic, because again, I don't really get on here and talk about Sigma Gamma Rho, but I'm like, I have to, right? It's Founders Day. I have to. And I definitely can attest to the fact that this organization really has contributed to not only to my happiness, but to me being able to um live my dreams, right? So and I'll get into that in just a few. So just just a quick very brief overview of the history. Like, I know if you've ever been to a probate show, you've heard us quote unquote spit this information off the top of our head. Guess what? I probably can't do that no more. As a matter of fact, maybe I can, but today, right now, I'm gonna read it. So Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated was organized on November 12, 1922 in Indianapolis, Indiana by 7 young educators: Mary Lou Allison Garner Little, Dorothy Hanley Whiteside, Vivian Irene White Marbury, Nettie Mae Gon Johnson, Hattie Mae Annette Doolin Refford, Bessie Mae Downey Rhodes Martin, and Cubina McClure. And yes, all them names, right? And we would never speak on our 7 founders without saying all of those names. It's just a thing. It's just what we do. One thing that people don't really, well, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that if you know anything about Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, you know that it was founded by 7 educators. Like, you know that it was founded by 7 teachers. So eh, eh, but what people don't really like, I don't know if people really like make the connection that like they, yeah, they were already teachers. They had already graduated, so they were no longer like in their under or pursuing their undergraduate degree, right? And so they organized, right? They organized. They said, we're going to do this, and then became incorporated as a national collegiate organization or sorority on December 30th, 1929. The Alpha chapter was on the campus of Butler University, which is again in Indianapolis, in Indiana. So that's the brief overview, the very brief overview of the organization. But here are some key facts, and these are some things that I feel like are pretty important, or um yeah, that are pretty important to know regarding Sigma Gamma Rho, because S- eh, Sigma Gamma Rho, we always say last created, best design, right? And we say that because we are a member of the National Pan-Hellenic Council, or the Divine Nine, as you guys may know it. And we are the youngest sorority in that, under that umbrella, right? So we say that's just what we say, you know what I'm saying? Eh, last created, best design. I mean, it just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know I'm gonna talk my ish for, it's Founders Day. Y'all know I'm gonna talk my ish. But anyways, things y'all probably already know, the colors, royal blue and gold. The sorority mascot is the poodle, and it's because the poodle has always been one of the smartest dogs ever. Like, it's almost always in like the top 3 to 5, you know, smartest dogs lists every year. Like, it just is what it is, because we're bright, you know what I'm saying? We're smart. And damn it, we're cute. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to toss that around a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is, right? Poodle. So, anyways, um, again, a member of the National Pan-Hellenic Council. We are the only sorority in the Divine Nine that was founded at a predominantly white organization. On a predominantly white campus, right? So, like, we weren't founded at Howard like a lot of, like our other sister organizations were, like, big ups to them. But we were not founded at Howard. We were not founded at any uh um black university or college, right? So we kind of went through some stuff, right? We went through some things, and that's not to say or discredit anything that those that came before us went through or did, but this is our history. Like, we were literally facing the KKK in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was, to sit and listen to the history as it's told by like some of our most seasoned members, it always brings me chills. Like, I love, I would go to our regional conferences and we would just really get to sit and listen to these stories. And it's always been like so super amazing hearing the things, like the way that the sorority has progressed, the things that we have overcome, and the things that we are planning to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, planning to do in the future. Like, Sigma, even in the 10 years, because I became a member 10 years ago. So even in the 10 years that I have been a member of this organization, I have seen the change. Like, I have seen us trying to move into to newer things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's some things that we've changed along the way. It's just been a great look as far as growth is concerned, right? So, anyways, we did that. And again, we were founded by university graduates rather than undergraduates. So that's, one of the things that only our sorority has done. People used to always think that Sigma Gamma Rho was just for teachers, but it's not. Okay, so y'all know I ain't no doggone teacher. Y'all know Y'all know it's F them kids. Like, I'm not no teacher. You understand what I'm saying? And I won't be. But nevertheless, we have people in our organization from just pretty much any profession or whatever. So, and I don't know why I'm like kind of like fumbling over my words with this. It's just that, like, I adore this organization so much. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I never want to say anything wrong. I never want to, tarnish or tarnish the name or shed any bad light or anything like that. So I'm just kind of like trying to think a little bit before I speak. So, anyways, I, a lot of people say that Black Greek letter organizations are no longer relevant. I've heard, actually, even when I came into the organization, I've heard this over and over and over, like, oh, you guys are paying for friends, or all y'all do is step, or all y'all do is stroll, or yeah, you've heard all, or y'all be, I'm not paying for somebody to beat me up, and all of this, that, and the other. And again, I let people think what they want to think, because when it all comes down to it, you will never know unless you're a member of one of these organizations. Like, you will never know. You will never know the true impact that these organizations, including Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, have had in your specific community. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we put, like, the work that has been put in by members of the Divine Nine is amazing. I always bring up one of the biggest things is the scholarship aspect. Like, all these parties, and you guys say, oh, y'all do is party. Well, all of these parties and these gatherings and these get-togethers that we do is all in the mind of scholarship. So I don't mind paying X amount of money to go to this specific event, because it's going to raise money for your child, or or a child that to go to college, to maybe to get some books, maybe a full ride, maybe a year's worth of college, something. We'll be able we plant those are the type of seeds that we plant in the community. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll never really know how relevant we are, unless you've walked in our shoes, because we're here, and we're here to stay. And again, I'm speaking for all of the organizations at this point. We're here to stay. We're not going anywhere, and we're making very progressive moves and becoming even better organizations. So I wanted to make sure that y'all, what I'm saying, y'all got that fact. And a couple of things, and I'm gonna get ready to wrap up here in just a moment. A couple of things that there's a few things I want to say about Sigma Gamma Rho. I'll put it like that. First and foremost, okay, guys, like, here's SG Row 101. When you address a lady of Sigma Gamma Rho, okay, some of y'all probably already know what I'm about to say. You will say a Sigma Gamma Rho. You will say an SG row, right? You will say a poodle or a pretty poodle. What you will not say, oh, wait, you will also say, you will also say a Sigma, okay? And I'm gonna spin the block on that in a minute. But what you will not say is, you will not call me a row. Okay. Now, I know that we let this fly all the time, right? I know, especially down here in the South, like I have been approached and been called a row, or I've seen people say, "Oh, the rows are going to be here, or the rows are going to be there," and okay, I know that different regions kind of do different things, but baby, in Central, you will address us as Sigma Gamma Rho, SG Rho, Poodle, Pretty Poodle, or Sigma, or even Lady Sigma. Okay, like that's who we are. Like that right there is who we are. Um, we always have had this back and forth, this funny back and forth with Phi Beta Sigma, who everybody calls Sigmas, right? Um, and that's fine, I guess. But and if there's any member of Phi Beta Sigma that is listening to this and y'all want to like correct me or check me on this or whatever, like I will go back and I will dig out the doggone screenshot from like 2011 that I have of one of your brothers pretty much saying that initially they didn't call themselves Sigmas. Like I don't really know where all it came from because again, I only know my own history, but I do know that it's been said that they were Phi Beta Sigma. They were Phi Betas. Like that is what they have been called and kind of transitioned over to Sigma. So I feel like we own the name Sigma when it when it comes to this Greekish. Like that's just how I feel about it. But whatever, just let me go off. It's Founders Day, and I'm gonna say what I need to say. Um, so that was my first and second point, as a matter of fact. The third thing about Sigma Gamma Rho. Is it raining? I think it is like really storming outside. We do not have a brother organization. Okay. So technically, again, if you know anything about Greek life, you know this. If you don't, here is the T. The only organizations that are constitutionally bound is Zeta, Phi Beta, and Phi Beta Sigma. Like they are truly on paper brothers and sisters. We have a connection with the Kappas because we were both founded in Indiana, and so we call each other Indy. That's really kind of where it ends for me and for a lot of other people. We have these. I think what people really need to realize about like the Greek letter organizations and the relationships that we have amongst each other is we we're just like anybody else. Like we form bonds um where the opportunity is, right? So like in where I'm from in central region, like we definitely support Kappa Alpha Psi, you know what I'm saying? We will go to their events, we will do whatever it is we need to do to help, just like we would do any other organization. But from what I've seen, we've had like this connection with the Omegas. Like, I mean, it's just always been there, and that's not true for everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So on different campuses, people gravitate towards, they wherever that opportunity is, wherever they feeling them vibes, wherever they just cool and kicking it. Like that's how that goes. So just keep in mind that there's only two organizations that are connected, and that's Zeta Phi Beta and Phi Beta Sigma. We're not. Okay. Like we stand alone. So boom. Um, and I think that was like I'm looking at my little sheet because there was a couple of things I just wanted to shout out about Sigma Gamma Rho. Oh, we have a few notable members. So members who are who you will know just by their name. One of the most, like, one of the most notable is Sor Hattie McDaniels. You know what I'm saying? So she's a member of our organization. Sor Kelly Price, a member of our organization. Sor Martha Reeves, Sor Deshawn Barber, who was Miss America a few years back. That was really, really, really exciting to see and watch. Like, we really got to see a member of our organization become Miss America. That was just awesome. So we have a couple of politicians like Robin Kelly, who's a U.S. Congresswoman, Sor Nina Turner, who is a former Ohio State senator, um, even a few, and I didn't write their names down, but a few Olympic swim medalists, which is great because we have a program called Swim 1922 that we're really pushing people to make sure that they know how to swim, Black folks, because we don't really be like fooling with the water like that, but we really do need to know how to swim, y'all. Like, please, we really do need to know how to swim. So if you feel like you want to learn how to swim, you know what I'm saying, reach out to a member of Sigma Gamma Rho in your area, and they will or should be able to reach, point you in the right direction of like some swim lessons or something. Okay. Um oh, and last but certainly not least, I feel like she is one of the hardest working honorary members of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and that is Sor Lana Moore, who you all know as the infamous MC Lyte. Like, when I tell y'all MC Lyte be with it when it comes to Sigma Gamma Rho, with it. Like, with it. I got to meet her some years back at a conference. She's an amazing person, like just very warm and personable. And I was just like kind of what you call it, starstruck, because I'm like, I'm like standing next to a hip hop pioneer right here. Like, I'm standing next to, this is MC Lyte. Like, do y'all understand who this is? This is MC Lyte. So so you know what I'm saying? Like that, I love to tell people that MC Lyte is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho. Um, I've had a couple of or a few of my sorors here on this show, so I wanted to go ahead and give them a shout out. Of course, y'all know my sans. Alexis has been on the show a couple of times, so that's one of my sorority sisters. Um, Kay Renee, who is a podcaster and an author. She has been on my show and is also my sorority sister. Brandy, y'all, early on in the Lit Life podcast, Brandy was on the show plenty of times. And the soror who wrote and performed basically my intro, Gray Genius, also my soror. So very proud of her. Y'all know how much I love it. As a matter of fact, I think the last, no, not episode, maybe episode 86 maybe, was I actually got a chance to interview Gray Genius, and it was amazing. So if you have not listened to that episode, please do. So shout out to them. Like, I appreciate the sorors who come on my show, and there's actually a few more who I am looking to get on the show, who have great businesses, and who may be able to put y'all on to some sort of game. You know what I'm saying? Um Last but not least, I just kind of want to give a shout out to a few sorors that are very near and dear to me. Again, first up is always gonna be Sans. Like, I ain't even about to get into it because y'all know I get emotional talking about Sans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have been through so much together, like so much of our lives. We have been there for each other. And so, Sans, I just want to tell you I love you again. She's probably one of the main reasons I've been able to start this podcast and keep it going as I have, and I really appreciate her for that. Shout out to my dean Dominique and my ADP Emia. I love y'all. I miss y'all. It's been way too long, and I'm praying that we'll all get together next year at Centennial. Shout out to my special Nina, who is my fellow Aries sister, and we have been rocking for some time. So, as a matter of fact, as long as me and Sans have, because we're all three of us are also in Gamma Phi Delta sorority. So we've been rocking for quite some time together. Actually heard from my special yesterday, and it's always good to hear from my special. We just have all these inside jokes, and everything is always just so funny. It's always great to reconnect with her. And last but not least, and I'm sorry like if I've left anybody out, but it's so many of y'all. These are the five that came to my head immediately. My homegirl Chevy. Chevy lived here in Atlanta, and she lives in Dallas now, and I miss her dearly. But Chevy has been over backwards to really like make sure that I'm okay while I'm here in Atlanta, right? Like invited me to plenty of things, and we've roomed together. We traveled together in a group. I've told y'all about the group that we've traveled in many of times, and we just click. Like that's my dog, like that's my homegirl. And I can truly say that she has played the part of a sister in more ways than one. Again, just by picking up the phone and calling me or texting me, making sure I was okay, making sure, I if there was anything that I needed, like she was there. And I really, 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 really appreciate Chevy, and I love you, girl. Like, thank you. And even now from Dallas, you know what I'm saying? I get a tell. She texted me yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Like, she is, listen, I say all of that to say, like, these shout outs, I have met some great women. I have met some of my best friends in this organization. And honestly, I would not change it for anything. Like, I would not change it for anything. I would do all of it again. All of it, the ups, the downs, because it ain't always, eat up and shake that monkey. You know what I'm saying? It's not always all of that. I mean, it's a group of over 100,000 women, and y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? But I have had way more good times than bad, and I just truly am grateful that this is the organization that chose me. And that's really that on that. And also, real quick, I said shake that monkey, and I just for people who ain't really understanding, like, sometimes I don't really understand how we made it to shake that monkey. Like, I don't really I can't I mean, I understand somebody created a stroll, and it's literally taken off. Like, it's literally like our unofficial like stroll song. I don't know how we got there, but I'm with it because Too Short is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I mess with Short, you know what I'm saying, with Short Dog. So, not exactly sure how we got here, but I'm glad that we are here. Fun fact, when I became a member of the organization, I learned that PYT by Michael Jackson was our like national stroll song. And still, we still have a specific stroll that we do when PYT comes on. Like we of course we have to kind of request it, or or you know what I'm saying, like the DJ, if the DJ already is in the know, they're gonna play it just like any other organization who has a song, right? Most of these songs date way back. So, if they're in the know, they will go ahead and play it. But when PYT come on, we gonna hit that PYT stroll. And that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, 99 years and going. Next year is going to be the movie of all movies. I will be it's for me, it's like Indianapolis or bust. As a matter of fact, I need to write down that I need to take that week off because I'm definitely going to be in the house, and I cannot wait to meet the sorors that I've been conversing with and interacting with that I have not been able to meet, and to see my old region. Actually, I don't really even call it my old region. Like Central Region is home to me, but it'll be so good to be home. It's going to be so good and so refreshing to be home and celebrate um our 100th anniversary. So if you're under the sound of my voice and you know a member of Sigma Gamma Rho, please congratulate them on 99 years of greater progress and greater service. And you know what I'm saying? You can shoot them a cash app, you know what I'm saying? You can do that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and again, shoot them something like buy them a coffee. I don't care. Send them $22, $19.22, 1922, like $1,922. Like y'all can send that to me. My cash app is one pretty poodle. and all of that. But I'm gonna get off of here. I've been rambling. Y'all know how I do when I first come back from like a hiatus. Like I be feeling like I don't have anything to say, and then I have a lot to say. So, on that note, I am going to say "Yip" to my sores. I hope y'all have a great Founders Day tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to step out or not because I'm just not sure yet, but maybe I will. But until y'all hear me or see me again, peace.